Hi guys, welcome back. And yeah, um, I just I can't actually take credit for this design. It's from a guy named Cubesidian H2O. I did some slight modifications on it, and I've made it tileable, and it also solves the sugarcane bud problem. Now, if you guys don't know what I mean, I'll show you. So, um, make a simple bud. So, uh, yeah, simple bud. Yeah. Uh, just thinking. Sorry. So if you update this one, so here's a bud. Yeah. If I put redstone blocks on the back of these and then update one, they both power, and that's a massive problem for buds. Like so it means you can't really have them next to each other. You can't have them tileable. But a dropper doesn't give out a block update. So it means that, let's get in there and hit. As you can see, it powers. That means that, yeah, it means that you can, like, tile them. So here's the simple design. It's slightly bigger. The changes I made is that used to be redstone dust. So then I put redstone dust around the back here so you can make it tileable. I also changed the repeaters, so and I added an extra tick because you had an extra tick there by glass. And yeah, so that's your tick, and then here's your power line there. So yeah, that's cool. And I would strongly recommend using transparent blocks of any kind, so like glass on the top, just to make sure that it doesn't get stuck on top of the dropper. So here's the design. It's not really anything. That's a dropper. You have to remember. That's a normal piston. Here's where your water would go if you're making your farm, and that's 2 ticks, and the rest are on 1 tick. And I've also forgot redstone dust is meant to be there. It doesn't matter that they connect because that only gives out a 1 pulse, so it'll only power that. Yeah. So if you want to build it, so first of all you have to work out where you want to build it. So let's say you want to build it on these 3 blocks. First thing you want to do is you want to put hoppers connecting and like going to chest here. Then you want to break those 3 blocks. So you've got hoppers underneath, and this is where we're going to put our hopper minecarts. I like to use pad rails, you don't have to. But then you want to place your hopper minecarts and break the rail. You can use the hitboxes to help. Like, because just use like your mouse cursor, it's like on the gap, underneath gap. Anyway, so then what you want to do is you want to put some dirt into it. So you want to push dirt into it, and try and keep a block behind it as well. If not, they can move sometimes. It's not the it has been known in the past. So yeah, just take your pistons, and they have to be normal pistons because you want to keep the block in there. Like that. And put a redstone block in the middle. Those should all power, and you should get this like gimmicky effect. But it means that I can go like that, and it powers, and it should be in this chest. Yeah, go. So now break the pistons. So here's your like line. This will be your water line here. Because if you didn't know, you can't place sugarcane without your blocks on it. So then you want to put your blocks up here, and this is going to be your piston pusher like line. So it means it doesn't actually activate as common. See, if that had been on some designs, that would have activated, but it means it reduces the lag, so that's quite helpful, and it's a lot easier to put in. So then what you want to do from this, you want to come up a block and power these. So you have a one tick repeater on the bottom, block, and another set of 3 one tick repeaters, all facing towards your pistons. This is going to be where your redstone line from your comparator comes out, and through redstone, as I said, doesn't matter, it connects. Then you want to have your, actually it's easy to put in your droppers next, so 3 droppers. Put an item in each, like that, and then put hoppers, like that, facing into the droppers, not facing down, facing into the droppers. You can use that by using your crouch key and like space if you're on the air. So mine's caps lock, but for most people it's shift as a default. Then you want to have your comparators and here blocks, 3 torches. So this is going to be your design. Blocks on the side here. So your torches, so they're powering this redstone dust. Actually, it's not redstone dust. It's got to be repeaters. If you're having a one wide, use his like Obsidian's design. That would be redstone dust, and you'd have redstone dust here, and you wouldn't have this line. It makes it smaller, makes it more compact, but it does not make it tileable. So that's the thing you've got to keep in mind. Now, you can actually, as long as you have a combination of 3 ticks, you could have 2 here, 1 here, actually, or the other way around. That it doesn't actually matter. So that is the design. So if I power, as you can see, I get a piston. There is actually there's like a 3 tick delay, but you're not actually wanting speed from this. And you put your water in here, so we can actually and then you'd have like a wall of glass, like here. Some starting to grow, and yeah, so that is the design. Now, if this happens, so this powers, and as you know, it works by, as you can see, that says triggered true, because it should actually be that's actually an update. It doesn't actually think it's powered. Triggered false. So it hasn't actually just updated. But anyway, it doesn't think it's powered, whatever the right hand side is saying. And then when it gets a block update, it fires an item into the hopper, and the hopper then gets picked up by the comparator. It gets instantly put back, but it gets picked up by the comparator. Torch, so for one delay, and then your 3 delays on top. And then yeah, by the time it's already put back, so it doesn't think it's powered, so it's unpowered, and then it just does it. And this happens at the same time. This happens before that, so it means that it doesn't actually re-update it, and you get a clock. So yeah, that's how it works. And you have to remember this would be your floor level. So let's try and put some water in. So if I've got a bucket, I do like that. And as I said, this is infinitely expandable. So you can put your sugarcane here now, no problems, and then it'll power. Lovely. And then this should get picked up by the chest. As I said, make sure you put a wall of glass, and I like to put some transparent blocks just to make sure none get put up here. It's very rare, but it sometimes can happen. So yeah, that's all I've got time for today. I think I'll leave if I can, yeah, I might leave the world download in the description. And yeah, it's a very simple design. It fixes the bug problem, and it's tileable. So, bye guys, and see you in the next video.